Okay, here we are with the last part of Dobby's tutorial. I'm going to show you how to make one head, and I'm going to show you how to attach them to Dobby's face. As you can see, I fixed his mouth again. I found a perfect place to kind of make it, or think it is the perfect place. For his hat, I'm just going to use some bright colors. I'm thinking about using green and it would be nice, maybe some of these reds. Do I have enough of them? Probably not. Then this color red will do, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna make it red and green. Okay, what you're gonna need is, you're either gonna need a monster tail, or you'll need to set your loom in this position, in the monster tail position. If you don't have a monster tail, or you kind of need at least a 4th loom pack to make this, you can also just grab your loom, take it apart, and just basically place it like this, and use these 8 packs, so that you have like 8 packs with a bit of space in the center. But it's a little bit easier if you have those two, but otherwise you just, this one's here and this one's there, and you just use a rectangular form. Anyway, what we're gonna make is a little hat. There are more tutorials for hats online, so if you don't like it, just go ahead, find another one and skip to the end of the tutorial where I show how to attach them. These hats I have a couple of layers. I can show you best on this one. The bottom layer needs 16 bands. The middle you can make as long as you want. It's 6 bands per row. I advise at least 3 rows, so 18 to about 36 or 42 bands, depending on how long you make it. And the top part, if you wanted a different color, like on this one, it needs 8 bands. So if you're using like leftover bands, make sure you have at least 16 for the bottom, at least 18, or another multiply of 6 for the middle, or if you use like 2 colors orange here, of course you can use half, and 8 for the top. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna make my edge, the edge of it. I'm not gonna use red, I'm gonna use purple instead, or blue. Turquoise. Yellow, I'm gonna use yellow, I think. Yeah, let's see, is it 16 bands? Probably not. No, red anyway. I'm gonna use red for the border, and what you're gonna do is each band you're gonna make like a figure 8 out of it and place it between 2 packs and just go around the 8 packs you use. So if it's your monster tail, you use all 8, otherwise you have your loom set up as a monster tail, or as I just explained, use like 4 packs and 4 packs on the other row. Anyway, we're gonna make a figure 8. Okay. Now once you made all your 8s all around, I'm gonna push these down, and right on top of it I'm gonna place 8 more bands, but I'm gonna place them just regularly, so without the cross, without the figure 8. All the way around. If you've used this technique before, it's quite easy. If you haven't, on my hook here, if you haven't, I'll explain it to you quite quickly. What we're gonna do is, we're not gonna go through the hoops like that and pull the bottom through it, but actually we're just gonna go at the side, grab the hoops, pull them grab the bottom two and pull them over the top like that. So grab two bands, the bottom two bands, and take them over. The next row I'll show you again, you will see better because I'm using two different colors for each row. Because the next row I'll make green, but I think you should be able to see. Just grab the bottom two and pull them right over. The bottom two bands, the ones we used with a figure eight, we're gonna go right over. And on this side again, same thing. Make sure you're looming up all 8 packs. And on each pack there should be 2 bands left. That's how you can see that you did it right, if there's 2 bands left, 1 to each side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to push these down. So now we made the edge. Actually, if you pull it down you can see it's just 2 rows of 8, but it will kind of curl up all by itself. Now the next rows we only need 6 packs. That means we're going to lose these 2, and the way we do it is as follows. I'm just going to take the top loop from this pack, only the top one, right here, and as you can see when you stretch it especially, it comes from this side, which means I'm going to attach it to the other one, to the other side. So that, and this one comes from this side, so I'm going to attach it right there. And I'm going to do the same one with this pack, so I'm going to attach it to those 2 and to the opposite side that they came from originally. So this one came from that side, I'm going to attach it right here. This one will be attached on that one. Means that at the corners now we have to loop up 3 loops instead of 2, because there's 3 loops around those packs right now. We're gonna set up again, and as I said, I'm gonna use green. The rest of the hat will be green, and I'm gonna put a whole layer of bands on, just one band between every pack, all around. So I got my 6 bands, and I'm going to do the same technique again. So I'm going to take all the loops and pull them over, all the loops at the bottom, and pull them over the ones that I just placed. As you can see with the different colors, you can really see like what I mean with the technique. There's a lot of fun things that you can make with this, like a football or strawberries and all that sort of stuff. You can really go in a round, and it's really easy. You can actually also make the fishtail bracelets like this, just using 2 packs and looming it over instead of making a long row. But, yeah, so you might have done it then. But anyway, that's the first row of green. You need at least 3 rows before you're going to use less packs. So I'm going to do 2 more rows of greens, and I'm going to go through it a bit faster. So less explaining, more looming. Because I guess you should have the hang of it now. And if it's too fast, this one's nearly broken, just pause the video at some point and go at your own speed. And if it's too slow, then just fast forward to whatever point you want, really. As that, at least 3 rows of 6 bands. So that was row 2, and row 3. This is done, by the way, with just 3 rows, and this one's slightly bigger. I think it had 5 rows of 6 bands. So it's kind of the difference you get. You could also like start with more loops, stay at 8 longer. You can just make all kinds of varieties. And they basically all turn out just looking like regular hats. And I know there probably are tutorials online how to do a cap or a hi-hat or something like that. And if you want, you can go and make a couple of those as well. If you read the description in the books about how Dobby's clothes should look, it's basically just a whole bunch of different hats, and at some point also all the ones that Hermione knitted. But if she knitted them, they could probably look like these kind of hats. Anyway, this was row 3. For this one I'm gonna do 4 rows, so I'm gonna do one more. But if you feel this is long enough, then just skip it forward after. So don't do what I do now with this row. Just skip till I'm finished looming this one up. And because after that we're going to use 4 packs for the next row and do the top bit. So if you know how to do that, just you can really go ahead, and otherwise wait till I'm there and I'll explain how to do it. Here we go, looming it up, just making sure I got the top the top ones, or the bottom ones, and leave the top 2 ones on, and make sure there's 2 still on there. There we go. And wait, this was my last row with just 4 loops. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use these 2 packs, so 2 opposing to each other on the corner. And I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. So I'm going to pull 1 loop off. I'm going to look, well, it's coming from this side, because you can see the band going through there. So I'm going to loom it on the other one. So this one should come from this back, and it does. And I'm going to loom it on top of that one. Here the same thing. This one comes from here, so I'm going to loom it on the other side, and this one can go right here. Now all the packs have actually 3 loops, so you need to make sure you loop up 3 times. I'm going to make the top, and I'm going to make the top green as well. Right here I made it orange, and here's the same color, and on the ones that are already here I usually use a different color for the top, so you could use a different color or the same color, it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to use the same color, so I'm going to make place my 4 green bands, just like that. And I'm going to go and grab the bottom 3 of each pack, because there's, in all of them there should be 3. And I'm going to loom them right over it, just like we've been doing the whole time. And then there is 1 more row, and the last row actually has only 3 packs. I'm gonna take, you can take this one or that one, it doesn't really matter, but I'll take one that's the furthest out. And I'm gonna take this one, and it comes from here, so I'm gonna loop it on that. And this one, I'm gonna loop it right here, and I'm gonna make that top row just the last 3 bands. Place the bands on top. Make sure the ones below that are well pushed down, because it really makes it easier to loop it up. And here we go. Those were 3 bands, and here I should have 3 bands as well. It's 1, 2, 3, right there. Alright, now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take all of these loops off and place them on my hook, just going around. And I got 6 loops on my hook, just like that, and this whole little hat. And I'm going to take 1 band, and I'm going to place it on my hook, and I need all those 6 loops to slide right onto that 1 band, just like that. And we're going to use that band to tie it off with a slip knot. So what we're going to do is place the other end on the hook as well, just like that, and then take the further side, pull it right over, and create a slip knot, and there you have your little hat. Really cute hat. So I made 3 hats, and I can put my loom aside. What I want to do now is I want to attach them to Dobby. The easiest way to do is start with the top one, attach it to a head below it, attach it to that one. So start at the top and go down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use two of my heads, two of the ones I made. I'm going to attach this one first. You can put them straight on top of each other, but as I did here, I put them slightly to the side like that. It gives a little bit of a, like they're almost falling off effect. I kind of like it, so I'm going to do that again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the color of the one on the top. So this, it's green. And I'm just going to go and yeah, basically just create a loop that pull it through and pull a slip knot in the bottom. So here we go, I'm going to go through this one to the place I want to attach, and right on here I want to attach the head like that. So I'm taking one side of the band and I'm going to try and pull it through without pulling through too many other bands. Well, it happens every now and then. Oh, we got a red one right here. Put that side around my fingers. Pull it apart a bit. So here we are. One side is pulled through, and I'm gonna just move it around to see which way I really want it. And I'm gonna go through it again and to this one again to make sure this is how I want it. I'm going to take the other side of my green band and I'm going to pull this. Let me show you right here in front of the camera. I'm going to pull this right through that and then through this one. I got both ends and I'm just going to create a slip knot right in there. In order to attach these properly, I sometimes use two bands. This one seems to be attached quite well, but if it's still a bit loose, like standing like this for example, you could do the same thing with a second band and just attach it right here and through two more spots. But I'm gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna do the same thing with his head. Let me see, I think I use skin. Yeah. What I'm going to do for that one, I'm going to use skin colored ones. You can also use the one that's, or I use the ones that's on top of that one, or the head. I'm just going to see where it depends on where I pull through. But and I'm going to first attach with my slip knot actually. I'm going to use that one to attach as well. Let me see, I think I want it just straight like that. What I'm going to do is just pull the slip knot through. But I don't want the slip knot to be visible, so I'm gonna kind of pull it underneath a few bends like that, so you won't really see it. Pull it through right next to it. That's why I'm using the top color ones, because you don't really see it on here. And that's probably why I use a blue one if I use a second one. But anyway, I'm gonna pull this one just right through there, and I'm leaving it just like this, and when I pull my other band through, I'm gonna tie this loop into my slip knot. So you can just put a holding loop there, but it will probably stick, or just temporarily put it around his ear so it won't fall off or slip through again. But so I'm gonna use a blue one because yeah, I do here. Yeah, I did use a blue one as well. You don't really see it, so I think I'm gonna do that again. It's just, so I'm gonna use the blue or purple or whatever color that is, and I'm gonna go to where I want to attach it, because I definitely need a second band here because it's not properly firmly attached. Wait. I'll have my purple one and have it all the way through on one side. As you can see, I pulled one of my skin color bands through as well. I want that to fall off and just have my purple, blue, dark blue. I don't really know what color it is one, but I don't know, I seem to have lost the other side of it. Oh, and my slip knot broke. Well, that happens if that band breaks, but I'm just gonna throw it with the garbage bands. It's not usual, but it happens. But anyway, you get the hang of it, and yeah, I would really recommend you attach it with 2 bands, and you can pull the slip knots through. Now I see what I did. I pulled a purple one from the hats through, and not the one that I had as an extra band. And again, I'm pulling the wrong ones. Let me see, and now I got a good one. And let's pull it straight right there. And where do I need to attach it more? Probably a bit to the front. Right there. Alright, so now I got those 2 loops on my hook. And as said, I want to put this one right on the slip knot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off my hook, pull the skin color ones that right on my hook again, and pull these through on my hook. 1, 2. And what I'm going to do, first I'm going to take the skin color, come over it, and then I'm going to create a slip knot. So take the one that's first, pull it over the other one, and just pull and pull and pull. And I can just like tie it away by pulling the slip knot up again into the hat. And there you go, you have your hat attached. It's a shame this one fell off. I might attach it later, but I think you got the whole point of how to attach his hat. And you can really make a big pile of like 10 of them, or you can make all different ones. But yeah, here you go, and you have your Dobby. For those of you who don't know how to bend his feet like this, normally they are a little bit straighter, but if you really want it to bend, I'm sorry, I'm just going through, lay him on his belly, so with his back up, and go to through his ankle bands, which are the 2 double loop singles, and just pull it towards the back. And if you do that, as you can see, his foot will really like bend the other way, sometimes even a little bit too far, but you really got him to have feet. So that's just a simple trick. Yeah, and well, there you have your Dobby. So I hope you like him, and I hope you just can make many more like these or those one. Just experiment with them. You can really design them as you like when it comes to clothes. And well, I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. If you want to see more, just visit my Facebook page or subscribe. And please leave a comment and tell me what you think about him, or leave a suggestion for any future projects. Have a nice day.